Hello everyone, welcome to Diane in Stitches. I hope you've enjoyed my vlog so far. It's been a little bit of a learning curve, a bit of an experience getting this off the ground. I'd like to say another big thank you. I've somehow accumulated some more subscribers over the last few days. I was intending to do another video on Sunday. Sunday seemed to have been the day I was sort of aiming for, but it went a little bit wrong and I just deleted it and decided not to bother and regroup and try again a bit later. So I actually did some of my coat on Saturday and Sunday. Not a lot, I haven't got a lot done, but it's been a little bit frustrating to say the least. Eagle-eyed will have noticed that I've acquired a microphone. I've decided to order it. I didn't think the sound was very good on my last vlog, just using the camera. So I thought I'll invest in a microphone. I might need a different clamp. I don't know what I'm going to need. I'm just going to play it by ear for a little while and see how this all goes. Anyway, I've done a little bit on the coat. I'm about to put the collar on. So it's sort of joined at the shoulder seams. I'll just pull back a little bit. Joined at the shoulder seams, and got the let me find the front pocket. It's got this as the front, sort of got little slipping pockets like built into the seam. But I'd had a bit of a problem, if you like, but with the instructions for the collar. But what I've done is I've filmed another little sequence just explaining about that. So I'll sort of try and slip that in if I can when I edit this video. I'd seen a blog, someone who's there's very little information about this coat out on internet land. Atelier Jupe have filmed a video for the back vent, how to get the lining and the back vent of the coat body lined up, which was very helpful. But looking at the instructions, the pictures aren't very clear. Luckily, they've got a website with a sew along picture-wise, not a video. It's just pictures, but they're better than the diagrams on the actual instructions. But the way of putting the collar on, this lady thought it was a little bit hit and miss. So she'd followed a YouTube video and found that was a lot simpler. So I had a look at this video. It's about 9 years old now, and it seems like it's a fashion, like a school for tailoring school. And it was very enlightening on how he'd done the jacket collar on what the garment he was making, and I could do something similar here. So I've tried to film a little bit of a video of explaining that, basically. But anyway, so what the pattern instructions are actually having you do is to put the collar. This is the under collar, and this is the front lapel, if you like. So they want you to put the collar on top of the body of the coat, match up these dots here, sew to this dot, which corresponds with a dot on the coat body. Ignore the cut, because they're not saying to cut it just now, but you sew to there, and then you have to stop under the sewing machine with your needle down. Then try and get some scissors under here to cut this corner, and then manipulate this around here, and then bring this somehow. Then you've got to get this joint. I'm not doing it because I've not got a pin in it, but it's basically then you bring this round and then sew the next thing. So you end up with a like a diamond shape, and this is then cut. But I've watched read a blog by someone who'd done this coat and said this method of installing the collar was a little bit iffy. She'd followed a YouTube video, and I did look at that and decided that that actually looked a better method, even though he'd actually joined up the coat body to the lining, and the two collar pieces were also already joined together, and the top collar is the one that's interfaced, so that's that one, that's cut on the straight grain, and the under collar is cut on the diagonal grain, cross grain bias, in fact. But the way he did it, despite the fact that he'd got the two bits of each joined together, what he'd done was take these corners and do this stay stitching, which the Atelier Jupe instructions don't tell you to do. So you've got this stay stitching, and then you clip into the corner first before you start sewing. And he did it with the body upwards rather than the collar, as they're telling you to do in the Atelier Jupe instructions. So on the other side, I've actually done that. You have to keep manoeuvring this body bit, but then that's attached at those dots there. So then I can sew up to this dot here. I can keep it in the shot. Sew up to this dot here, leave my needle down, and then this just easily manoeuvres round, and because you can see all this gubbins here, you can then just manoeuvre it out of the way to behind your needle, and then continue sewing up to this notch here goes on the shoulder seam. You've still got your diamond shape there. It's a bit not quite right because I've not got it sewn, but then I can just follow this stay stitching and then keep on to my shoulder, and then just carry on so that the flat bit is at the bottom, and I can see where these creases are all happening without other than them being underneath, as you would be doing with if you followed the Atelier Jupe instructions. So that's about to be the next step, is this collar, but then you have to do the same thing again with the upper collar, and then these are the front facing. So I've already done the stay stitch and clipped those, and they're also the ones that are interfaced. So hopefully if I can get this this collar on, then we're on the way a little bit further, which might be helpful. I think when I do the other video, I might film the little bits that are a little bit needing a bit of more explanation. I might just I shan't film a sew along, but because there's no other information out there that I found, it would have been nice to have found a full sew along video. But I can sort of look at what they've put on the diagrams and the images on the website, but I just could not find anything that anybody had. Even the lady blog I've read the other day didn't seem to give much information other than that it was very helpful with this explanation about this collar on this other YouTube video. Anyway, I'll stop waffling. And everybody take care. Hope you're all staying warm and getting lots of sewing done, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.